The biggest little city in the world, Reno, Nevada, and one of the great venues, Mackey Stadium. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the New Mexico Lobos and the Nevada Wolfpack. Along with David Pollock and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Checking in with New Mexico's head coach before the game. This is a developing storyline. Early in the season, they took a risk starting a young freshman quarterback, but he has continued to shine and get better each and every week. Now, late in the season, a chance for the college football playoff is on the line. His team is playing with great energy and enthusiasm, but they have got to continue to take care of the ball and focus and perform every single game. We'll see how he's able to get off to a quick start here in the first quarter. I'll keep you posted from the sidelines. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. The Wolfpack offense comes out to get things started in this one. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing, tackling, staying.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And that's the first sack of the day, but I'll tell you what, this team's been doing it so far throughout the season. They're in the top 10 in sacks for a reason. They pin their ears back, and they get after quarterbacks.
To throw, it's Duncan. Got his man on the outside. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Well, that was an easy one for the officials. You can't grab a face mask like that, and it costs the defense a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Throwing right. You'll be thinking about that one, almost an interception. Let's talk for a second about Nevada. They were really excited about the pickup they got last week. Commitment from a 3-star defensive back, David. And when programs at this level can get guys like that in the building, everybody celebrates.
That whole building gets excited because transfer portal is one thing, but high school recruiting, when you can get somebody out of high school with some raw tools that are really good, you can see the future could be bright. You take those guys, you try to develop them instead of going into the transfer portal.
They'll send the back in motion. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Changing the routes with his receivers. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. Fires to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
The official says no good. And guys, after the miss, no change in the score. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. They turned it over with an interception on their first drive of the game. We're still looking for our initial points of the game. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Yeah, it's a really good job with the misdirection, right? Bringing somebody's one direction with so much speed, the defense reacts. Now you bring another guy the other direction. Hard to see one and then react to the other, especially with that kind of speed on the field. And that's what...
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
And This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Back to pass, it's Watson. He's got the tight end. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Might as well run him again. Headed to the end zone. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. And the Lobos will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Sells the run, looking to pass. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Takes a snap, wants to throw. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. And after getting it right on the edge, they'll try to punch it in on 3rd down. Trying to do it himself. He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on 3rd and goal, and it did not pay off. And this defense has a chance to make a big stop on 4th and goal. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. Touchdown, New Mexico! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So they picked up 32 yards on that drive. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. They'll move the wide receiver. Caught over the middle. It's Mosley. Still on his feet. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Drops back. It's Duncan. Unloads to the wideout. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception. Here come the Lobos to get things going on offense. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They come to the line with a minute to play in the opening quarter. And back to the air on 2nd down. Open on the right side, that's Smith. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The offense is going to stay on the field now. This is within field goal range, but they already have one missed today. They'll run it on 4th down. There he goes. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The Lobos come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Left side is Smith. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. That's the end of the period, and New Mexico has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Lobos! Fit it in the window for the score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down.
Snags it, and he's open. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. Nevada just had that big play through the air. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass, it's Duncan. Out wide left, it's Mosley. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return. Here comes the New Mexico offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Dangerous throw on that one.
Well, they're leading by 2 possessions offensively, and that could have been a game-changing play right there. That's a throw the quarterback would like to have back. He's very lucky that was not intercepted.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Right down the gut of the field. He is in. Touchdown, New Mexico. No midseason concentration lapse here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
Now it's Nevada out there to go on the attack. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Right side, it's Ridley. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. On the ground with the counter. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Burrowing for yardage. Looks like the Wolfpack will pick up the first down.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good third down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you want. Like the interception, the turnover, good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down. This Nevada offense really has it going. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Throws to the wideout. Left side, it's Mosley. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. They'll need a bunch on second down. Out wide right, it's Givens. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. The Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on third down. Looking for a man. It's Duncan. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. They'll play it safe and try for 3. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. Right down the boulevard.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Back open in the middle.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Second down, gonna throw it. Short pass. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. Second and long here. Wants to throw again. Complete on the left to Smith. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense. And the Lobos with the 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Watson. Moving out to the right. Trying to find his man in the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Long way to go on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Fires to the right. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Good execution. They move the 6, and they've got it at the 33. The Lobos moving quickly to the line. Drops back on first down.
And this offense, right, they are in a groove. They are in a rhythm, just finding themselves play after play. Everything they're dialing up right now is working. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm not changing a thing. I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing because this defense has had 0 answers.
This time he's got his man. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down. Fresh center downs going to the air. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. Set up for the first down play, and they're going to call a timeout and talk it over instead. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
And this offense shows right away on first down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on second down and goal?
Second down, gonna throw it. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Lobos! Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone. On to attempt the try. And the extra point gives them a 28-3 lead. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You've got to be so smart. You're going to be aggressive with your decision-making.
Number 92, set to kick it away.
The returner will field it and bring it back. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Looking downfield, it's Watson. Unloads to the right. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down? That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. They'll run it. He's got the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. And the Lobos, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Got the back over the middle. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Makes the grab. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. The Lobos have it with a 1st and goal. They want to throw it. Oh, pressure's coming. Going for 6. And the misfire goes out of the back of the end zone. After the incomplete pass, there is a player still down, and they'll come out to check on him. They'll run it. And he's in. Touchdown, New Mexico. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and the score is 35-3. So it's an 80-yard drive, and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And he'll bring it back. And he won't quite make it back to the 20-yard line as he goes out of bounds at the 19. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. Hand it to the back. Sees an alley. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to pass. It's Duncan. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. How about this job by the defense? A well-disguised blitz by the free safety results in a sack.
And you don't blitz the free safety much because he's a guy that stays back usually. But what do? You said well-disguised. That's what you got to do. You got to make it look like you're dropping for a pass, bring the blitz. Offensive line was full. He comes flying through there, untouched, gets the sack.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Out wide left, it's Brown. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. It's dropped after taking the hit.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Fires to the right. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. Let's see what the Lobos offense has dialed up this time. Looking to the big tight end. Working the big fella to the corner. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. This offense capable of exploding at any moment. Now they're set up inside the 30 with a 1st and 10. Makes the grab. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. From the gun, looking for a man. Got his man on the right. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. And the Lobos are facing 3rd and inches. Making the adjustment on the play. Trying to slip through and pick it up. Taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on 4th down. Less than a yard to go for a 1st down, and the offense will remain on the field. Looking left. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down. The Lobos trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. 6th play of the drive coming up. 2nd down to the air. Touchdown, Lobos! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his 2nd touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
Now on the counter. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Follows his blocks. It's Clemens. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Off the bench, arm loose, but the first one is incomplete. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. On the return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. We will get another look at this New Mexico offense. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. The defense there to make the stop, and he barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4. He's changing the play. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. working the middle. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Wants to throw one first. He'll take a shot. Incomplete. What a fight for that one in midair, but neither guy could come down with it. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. The snap sets up the throw. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
Looking downfield, it's Jenkins. And the defense is going to get 2 for the safety.
And that's the exclamation point right there. It's been a bad day, man. This offense, they're going to have to find some answers over the next couple of weeks, especially the next week at practice, of who they are, what their identity is, because all they've done today is struggle around and now give up points.
Now New Mexico will go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
He'll try to do it himself. Quarterback gets the first down and more. He slides past the first down marker, and he'll convert that 3rd and long. And the Lobos have it with a 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. It'll be a gain of 6. Sets up 2nd and 4.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
The fake and wants to throw. He fires one deep down the right side. He's got it on the outside. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The Lobos come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, New Mexico! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
And the returner will be dragged down. Now it's Nevada out there to go on the attack. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Quick give. It's Clemens. He's stopped.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Pinned just inside their own 20. They need to convert on 3rd and short. He was fighting and struggling his way, trying to get that first down. Instead, they'll be faced with 4th. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt. He gets a block. And there he goes. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Clemens. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week, you got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Defense will use a timeout. 22 seconds remaining in the game.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, oof, it was not a good day.
Defense uses a timeout. The clock stops with 17 seconds left. Hauls it in at the 25. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Drops back on first down. Hit as he throws. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but
makes the grab in their space. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating.